Hello, friends. Welcome to this week's Tease Towel. I'm glad you're here. If you join me live, if you watch it on replay, thank you so much for your support and for watching me. Yes, hello. I am back in Wisconsin, and I have to admit, it is quite an adjustment to leave the sunny skies of Arizona and come back to all the gray skies, the frequent gray skies of Wisconsin. Excuse me. And people ask me, why are you coming back? Well, part of it is not by choice, but a lot of it is. And yes, coming back from the sunshine into the gray is an initial shock. However, I was able to see past the gray. Even though all the days we've been here, I know sunshine is coming. And more importantly, I have the excitement of seeing family and grandbabies and seeing friends in the anticipation of the holidays. And that does help me to see past the gray. I am doing the work to find the positives and to stay grateful for pay attention to what I'm grateful for rather than focusing just on the weather. I've not always been like that. It's been a struggle for me through the years. I didn't grow up in Wisconsin, but through all the years I've been here, for many of the years, or no, most of the years that I've been here, I have been struggled in the winter. I wasn't able to see past the gray. All I saw was cold and dreariness, and I would fret about it. I would watch the weather and I would get sad, or I'd get angry. I would be depressed. And it was really hard for my family because they listened to me complain all the time. And I was just miserable. I was just miserable all the time. So later, a few years ago, I began doing some inner work. And this was not just because of the weather. This was because of life situations. This was because of knowing that I was seeing the negative at that time a lot more than I was seeing the positive in myself and in situations. So I began doing that inner work. I began practicing gratitude. I began trying to turn those negative thoughts into more positive thoughts. And I've had help. I mean, really through some of the work with Lime Life, that has been, they do a lot of self-growth stuff. I have been to a therapist. I've done a class. I've just really, in working in this last year and a half, for almost 2 years with this mindset coach, but it did start several years ago. And if you've been following me, you know that so many times in the morning I would post, and I did it so much a few years ago, of every single morning posting a positive post. And that was for me. That was to help me work on my mindset and start the day off with a more positive mindset. And if it helped others, that was great too. But really, in the back of my mind, I was doing it really for myself. And I began practicing gratitude. And it takes daily. Working on the positive attitude, working on the gratitude, it has to be practiced daily to make it change. And it has made a world of difference. It's made a world of difference in my life, in my attitude, and in my outlook in general. We all know that negativity attracts negative things in your life, and positivity attracts positive things and more abundance into your life. And I am a personal, total testament to that. I have seen the change. I have seen the difference it's made in my life. So really, none of us like gray days. We all would prefer the sunshine and the warmth, but particularly the sunshine. But if you live here, or if you live in a state in the Midwest or wherever that it is gray a lot, you have to learn how to deal with it. So I have some strategies to try to help deal with it. Hi, Cassie. This morning I posted a post about the grayness, and I asked people of what are some of their strategies, and some of it was things like dancing. Dance parties. Cassie had mentioned dance parties. It was finding finding that coziness, and seeing the joy of their dog loving the snow, or it could be your kids loving the snow, or your grandkids loving the snow. There are so many strategies and things that you could do, and that's what I'm going to go through next, because if we live in a state like this, we have to deal with it. And the better we can come up with those strategies to help us enjoy life during this time, the better life is going to be. We don't want to be miserable all winter. And that's what I used to do. I used to be that way 100%. And I'm so grateful for the change. So here's some of the strategies to help you survive these repeated gray days. One is, we know that seasonal affective disorder, or SAD as they call it, is a real thing. And if you really get depressed and suffer from that, light therapy can be a major factor, a major help for that. Now, if you're not that severe that you need to have a actual light box, just turning on the lights when it's gray outside, turning on the lights in your house, in your apartment, wherever. Cassie, dance parties, woohoo. Turning on the lights can really help it to feel warmer, to help it feel brighter, to help it feel more sunnier. But if you really do deal with SAD, seasonal affective disorder, maybe getting a light box can help you. Turning on the lights increases your serotonin, so that's going to lift your mood in itself. The other one that was mentioned in my morning stuff was creating coziness. There's a Danish concept called, it's spelled Hygge, but it's pronounced Hygge. But it's making your space more cozy. So warm blankets, fireplace, soft lighting, candles. It can make those gray days feel less cold and more comfortable. Another strategy is staying active. Exercise can boost your mood and your energy. And whether it's indoor activities, workouts, joining a gym, or winter sports like ice skating, skiing, the key is to stay active, to get your body moving. And you think about, if you sit on the couch and all of that, it's easy to feel more like a slug, to feel more depressed. So get up and move, stay active. Even another strategy is get outdoors. For many of us, we know in the summer when the weather's nice, getting outdoors just feeds our soul. I love my walks in the summer. That is when my best time for meditating. That's my best time to raise my vibration and feel really good. Winter can do that too. If you get out in the outdoors, bundle up and go to a park or to a nature reserve. Even in winter, it can be it's refreshing, but even in winter, you can find the beauty that's out there, and that can help elevate your mood. Another thing, and one of the reasons I was excited to get back to, is to socialize. So don't hibernate. Get out, get with your friends, stay connected to family and friends, and plan indoor activities like game nights, or go to the movies, or potlucks, or progressive dinners, or those kinds of things. Make sure that you get with friends who are going to lift your spirits up. That can make a big, big difference. I was on the phone last night already starting to make plans for catching up with my friends that I haven't seen for 6 weeks. So, yes, Cassie, a tip from the play therapy girl, bubbles. Bubbles last so much longer in the cold and sometimes freeze in the air. It's beautiful. That is a fun idea. And a few years ago, it was a very, very cold day, and had a friend that wasn't bubbles, but I think they just threw water in the air, and the sunshine behind the water that was freezing in the air because it was so cold was just gorgeous. So I'm going to have to try the bubble thing. I think that sounds amazing. Another strategy is really watching your diet. Again, if you're eating poorly, it's easy to feel like a slug, to feel sluggish, and to have trouble elevating your mood. So eat healthy. Mood boosting foods like fruits and vegetables and whole grains can really help you to stay in that better state. Another strategy, I have have 10 of them, so I'm on number 7, so I haven't been counting them. But mindfulness and relaxation. So practicing mindfulness, practicing meditation, practicing relaxation techniques that can help reduce stress and create calmness. But along with that, and one of the things that's been so helpful for me, besides meditation, is really working on that gratitude journal, listing out things. You hear me talk about this on so many of my Teas Tao, of journaling about gratitude, things that you're grateful for, not those same things every day. Find the little things, find different things every day, and journal about why you're grateful about it. So not just, I'm grateful for this, but why? What does it make you feel? That can do so much in elevating your mood and helping you to see the positive in even the dreary days. Plan for fun. This goes along kind of with the socializing, but it can be even by yourself. Things that bring you joy. Find those things that bring you joy. Maybe even a weekend getaway or some hobby that you like, or attending a fun local event. Those, it's really finding the positives, finding the fun things. There's so many fun things to do in the winter, and rather than focusing on the grayness, finding that fun, finding your joy. And embracing winter activities. It was funny, I have to laugh. I've been in Wisconsin for 39 years now, and so many of the beginning years I struggled because I would go outside trying to be in my fashion coat or my coats that I had before that weren't warm enough, and I would freeze and I would find it miserable. And after several years, I started realizing that I wanted to do I wanted to be able to enjoy the outdoors. I wanted to do some outdoor sports. And I finally got clothes that were for winter. And it brought so much joy to me. I enjoyed the snow. I enjoyed all that so much more because I was dressed appropriately. So instead of resisting winter, embrace it. Try some of those things. One of the things for me, because I skied a little, I tried cross-country skiing, but even snowshoeing, it's something easy. You can walk. I actually ended up, because I ran at the time, I bought some running snowshoes, and I got so much joy out of that. So having those appropriate clothes for winter is the first thing. But then finding those winter activities that might bring you joy outside, that make it fun. Winter can be fun if we allow it to if we allow ourselves to have fun. And then lastly, if you're really depressed, if you're really suffering from seasonal affective disorder, feeling overwhelmed, don't hesitate to seek professional help, because that can make a big difference too. Winter can be so hard on us, but trying some of these strategies and trying to find the joy and trying to find what lifts your mood can make it so much better. Embracing the gray days of the Midwest can feel like an uphill battle, but it requires really that multifaceted approach. So many of those different things that I talked about that maybe that you can relate to, whether it's doing light therapy to just staying active, or the transformative power of gratitude. But shifting your mindset during the season instead of resisting it can make for a much better opportunity to enjoy the unique experiences that winter brings, and to find joy that the winter brings. It's about finding that silver lining amidst the gray clouds, and discovering the beauty that the simplicity of this season can hold. Not meaning the simplicity of Christmas, that can be chaotic, but meaning just winter and the simplicity of the season, and cultivating those moments of gratitude. So work on embracing coziness, cherishing the connections, finding the joy in the unique experiences that this season brings. There's so much beauty and so much experiences that we can have in spite of the gray. So I hope these tips help you with this winter. I hope it helps you to get through. I know these tips have made a huge difference in my life, and I think they can with yours. You have to make the effort. You have to work on it. You can't just sit back and say, oh, poor me, it's gray every day and I'm sad because of it. I did that for so many years, and life is so much more joyful now that I have been able to practice these things and embrace them and see the beauty in every day and look past the grayness. We can do that. Look past the grayness. So I hope you find it helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for joining me this week on Tease Tell. Thank you for saying hi, or if you watch this on replay, please let me know. If you have other strategies, I would love to hear them. I think we all, so many of us struggle with that, so I think it can be very helpful if there's other strategies that you have. I love the bubbles outside. I think that would be so fun, and I can't wait to try it with my grandson, who I will be seeing tomorrow. And lastly, I'm going to be shameless and do one last plug. If you're local, tonight I'm at the Draft House in Verona. It's a very fun event that they have every year. It's the only vendor event that I do, just because it's so fun. And you see friends, you see people you know. I've gotten to know the other vendors there. It's so fun. So if you're around, it's from 6 to 9 tonight. But yeah, shameless plug there. But anyway, hope you have a great day. Enjoy the season. Take your time as far as Christmas and the hecticness of that. Take time to slow down. Take time to go within a little bit every day, because it can be so overwhelming. And if you take care of yourself and not just worry about taking care of others, you can get through it. And remember the reason for the season. All right. Bye, guys.